It's launched at me.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I killed.
one of them lost you.
Oh, yeah.
The other one
right
lost
in
you.
front of me.
Set up the same thing on the left, HAD, and on the right, WPN.
Yep, I got it.
Hey guys, it's Mambo. Today we have got the second part of last video where I was teaching my friend and channel follower Arimus how to use the HARM anti-SAM missile and the HARM targeting system. If you haven't watched the first one, you can find it at the top right side of your screen right now or in the description. In this video, we'll combine what he learned last time while going against actual active SAMs that will shoot back. This will be interesting. I'm again happy to invite any of you who are playing DCS and may be looking for help learning it to follow my channel and join the Discord, linked in the description, so we can also fly together and go over whatever you might want. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that bell. Let's get back to it. Switch to table 3, so again it's the TBL1, so press on it twice until you get to table 3.
Yep.
And you'll see that you have the 3 on the side. Now you don't select it because right now basically what it is the HAS is HARM as sensor. The aircraft is using the HARM as its emission sensor, and basically you're looking through the HARM sticker right now. So when you select the table, you're basically telling the HARM search for all of these. So it's looking for a 3, it's looking for a search radar, a 6, a 2 and a 13.
Okay.
We can tell it, like if you know you're going for a 3, you can actually tell it, I don't want you to look for a 6, a 2 and a 13. I only want you to look at the 3 and the search radar. So to do that, you press on search at the top right.
Yeah.
And then you unselect 6, U and 13. U is the SA2. I don't know why it's called a U and not 2, but yeah. And once you have deselected them, just press on HAS, on HAS, and it will bring you back. And now you'll see you're only looking for 3 and S. This makes the search a lot more efficient. You can look at above the red square. You have a countdown that should be at around 20-21 seconds, and the one on the right, SCT, counts up. So 30 right now for me it's 32, 33. It's probably different for you.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah, so the timer on the left is how much time will take it to complete the scan. It doesn't actually take as much as it, like you can see that it resets. For me it resets after every second. So it goes 22, 21, 22, 21. And on the right is the amount of scans it completed. So right now for me it's at 49. Now it went up to 50. So the HARM has completed 50 scans, 52, 53. So it does. When you search for 5 different radars, it takes a lot longer for each scan. So it doesn't get the information as quickly.
Yeah,
but
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. But when you tell it only to look for those, the scan is much it takes much shorter. So that's the way to make it more efficient. Now let's switch to waypoint 3, and it's also to our left, so let's make sure we just follow it. I'm right behind you. And we're actually not going to use the HARM targeting system or the HDS at all for this first shot, because we're using the HAS. Again, HAS is HARM as sensor, so it doesn't need any other sensor for it to work.
Okay.
The downside to it is it doesn't have all those lofting and turning and all those like fancy. It does have some turning, but no lofting. Nothing that really increases its range. Its range is limited by the range of the HARM in a direct trajectory to the target. It doesn't do any smart things with going up to thinner air, and it doesn't extend its range by lofting and right onto the target, and that's it.
Okay.
As you saw, it's this kind of the same as Range Unknown did, but the downside from Range Unknown is that you do not get any ranging. You don't get any ranging reading on your HUD, and you also can't launch at the waypoint. You can only launch once you find that SAM. So if you do not find it, you cannot launch. If you need to lock onto it with the HARM, which I'll explain to you once we get in range. and launch, and it happens a lot closer than the HDS. The HDS is a lot more powerful of a sensor than the HARM itself. So it can be quite hard to know if you're in range or not with the HAZ mode. What you can do to alleviate that, which realistically won't happen, because if you have the HDS, why would you use HAZ mode? But if you go into position mode, switch to range unknown, and then go back to HAZ, the bubble will switch to the range unknown bubble, and that's kind of the same range of HAZ.
Okay.
So it's a lot more limited, but it gets the job done if you just need to shoot a harm at a nearby SAM.
So I don't actually need to lock anything up myself now, right?
You do.
Okay.
So you need to soy the weapon page on the right, MFD.
Yep.
And then you can see that there's a cursor, and you can actually see that we're already getting the S. It's called the search radar. It's called SA because it's the A is for searching. And if it locks you up, which obviously the search radar cannot lock you up, but if the track radar locks you up, let's say we're going for SA3 right now, so you'll see a 3A, and then when it locks you up, it will become a 3T.
Okay.
So 3 tracking. Right now you can see even on the RWR we're not getting the 3 because it's such a short range radar. It's so small. If you go into the HSD, you can just see how small it is. It's tiny. And you can see...
Oh,
like,
yeah. We're miles away.
yeah. So yeah, it's a very short range SAM. But maybe we might be able to get it on the RWR and on the HAZ display beforehand.
Okay.
Hopefully. If not, get ready to dodge some missiles. Oh, I got the 3 on my RWR. You can see it's below the S. You can kind of see that the S looks kind of funny now. Or maybe for you didn't get it yet.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Now, let's see.
I have it locked.
Yep, and I got it locked as well. So now, you want to put it in the middle of those crosshairs, but it doesn't have to be. And we're definitely in range. 17 miles out is nothing for a harm. So you can definitely just put it as close as you can in the center of the crosshairs. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. It can do the turning for itself.
Try and make it a little bit easier for the missile.
Yep. You can probably, yeah, you can already just level out. As you level out, it will... Oh, it's locking me up.
Missile away.
Yep, that's the Magnum, and I'll launch my own. And let's stay, yeah, let's actually have some fun and stay in that threat ring, so don't pull out.
I'm looking for the missile.
Remember to keep your speed up. I wonder if it's gonna launch at us or not.
It's launched at me.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I killed.
One of them lost you.
Oh, yeah.
The other one
right
lost
in front of me.
Did you drop the... Were you chaffing?
No, it wasn't even chaffing yet.
Oh, because we hit it.
It was close though. It's like half a mile from my plane.
Damn. Yeah.
Nice.
But it did seem like it was dropping behind you by the time. Yeah, so you dive. We didn't do much turning. Was it like the kind of turning I was explaining to you?
Yeah.
Which really that's what kills the missile. Let's switch back to position mode. No need. Just wanted to explain to you how it works. And to make it easy, let's do position mode equation of motion, EOM.
Okay.
That's the easiest way. Shoot. Like the missile does so much of the job for you.
Okay, so the filtering is also removed, is it not? Or oh,
you can still select. What's up?
On my like the 3 is boxed.
Yeah, it is because that was your last selection. But if you as soon as you lock up the 6 with the HDS, which just got on my HAD, as soon as you'll see that as soon as you lock it up, it will automatically give the harm its new tasking and like switch it back to 6. Also,
okay, good.
So I'm actually already in range, or slightly outside of range actually. What I would do is get some altitude back. As soon as you're safe again, get that altitude back.
Yeah, I'm gaining altitude right now.
I'm only gonna launch when you launch, even though I'm in range. Probably because I'm higher than you, then I got in range faster.
I'm not being painted yet.
It's probably not locking you up, but you should already see 6 on your RWR.
Yeah, I've got him. I do have it locked up already. I'm also in range, so.
Yeah. You can launch because again, the SE6, the radar is more powerful than missiles. So, what's limiting it? Is not the radar.
Okay. Missile
Actually,
oh, now we're going.
Blocking one of us.
That's me.
Magnum. Do you have a launch tone?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so do that, and now turn, yeah, do those kind of turns. Complete a full circle. It's definitely a good, make sure if you get below Mach 0.9, make sure to burn. You want that speed. Speed is your best friend in dodging missiles. Yep. Right. Yeah, I see your chaffs. Unless you're still getting warnings.
No warnings anymore.
Yep. We still didn't hit them. I think it was just because we got so far away from them. So,
okay.
As I explained to you, yeah, it did work. We got too far away from them, and you bit the missiles because of range. But in more realistic situations, if that happened right now, the SAM would cut off its radar and then our arms would just go stupid and we would miss.
Right.
So that's why it did work now, but it shouldn't. And in more complicated missions, you just need to you need to integrate one script into your mission that changes it all. And SAMs do turn off the radar when they don't need them.
We're much closer to this than I thought. Should I launch another one, or should we save them for the next sites?
I think we probably hit. No way. It's very. Yeah, we got the. If you look in your RWR, we also don't have. We no longer have 6, which means we got.
Oh, it's an S. Yeah.
Yep.
S looks very much like a 6 on the RWR.
It does. Okay. Yeah, I really need to catch up with you.
Sorry, I'll slow down.
No worries. Oh, you're actually doing a good job with climbing back up high, both because of the range, to increase the range of the harm, and also to be able to dive if they do shoot at you.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you saw in the first situation, that's another thing you need to take into account. At some point, your missiles are going to hit, and then the SAM is down. You don't need to worry about it anymore.
So as soon as you hit the track radar, the SAM will self-destruct, the missile?
Yep.
Yep.
As soon as the missile doesn't get any new data from the track radar, whether because it lost you or it died, it self-destructs.
Gotcha.
We should probably push our speed a bit higher. When engaging SAMs, you should probably want it at around 350, 400.
Okay.
Sure, you can dive, and that is really gonna give you some speed, but still, you wanna start from a good situation. And again, it has the double advantage of also increasing the range of your harms. I got the 3.
Yeah, I see it too. So I only see the S.
There, I got the 3. Gonna be very close to it, and that's the complicated part. So, the first time we launched on the SA3, we used HAZ, which has a much shorter range, and also the harm sensor is much less powerful than the HDS. Right now we're actually outside of its threat ring, so it won't launch at us really. I mean, it might, but the chance of hit is very low, and we can still launch at it. If you want, you can launch at it. If you want to to be challenged a bit, then you can keep pushing in.
I'll wait a little bit longer. Oh, I'm getting unlaunched. My weapon's away.
Weapon away. Did they shoot at you?
Yep,
Fancy.
just now.
Funny how they always shoot at you and not on me. How do you like the LWR?
It's friendly.
Can get quite annoying, but for a good reason at least.
I got it.
Do you know about the LWR dead zones?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So above you and below you, if you're pointing that towards the harm, the SAM, it might seem like you lost it, but you didn't. You might have not really lost it. Switch to rebriefed, and we'll just again launch it as on the steer point rather than locking it up and whatnot.
Okay.
Most missions aren't gonna have a steer point on your SAM, but with an SA2 the difference is not that. Like with an SA3, the difference is really big because until you lock it up, you're gonna be way further in than if you had a steer point right on it. So you already knew where it was, so you just launched a harm in that direction and told it there's a SA3 there, go find it. The HTS does make you need to find it, but with an SA2 it has a big enough range for it to not be that hard to find.
Okay.
We also mentioned that the harm targeting system, so the HTS, or what gives you the harm attack display, is getting a small update in the next one, like in the one that we're getting this month, which is going to add the expand mode to it. So if you notice that sometimes it's hard to like when SAMs are close to each other and it's hard to see what's the S and what's the 3 and what's like and all those, and if you had different SAM systems close to each other it would be even more difficult because each has its own radars.
Altitude.
Should probably increase speed. We're getting quite slow.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
So many things to keep track of.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's always the problem. So what the expand mode will do is basically be kind of obviously it's not implemented yet, so I don't exactly know, but it should allow us to just zoom in on where we're looking and then really lock on exactly what we want instead of fumbling between the S and the 3 and the 2. I'm in range.
Me too, apparently.
Okay.
I don't actually see it though.
What do you mean?
On my.
Oh yeah. Oh right. Okay, so you can just select U from the weapon page. That's lucky. We almost wasted a harm. So you can just select U and just launch it, or if you want, we can keep going until we see it on the. Because we're still quite a bit away from its threat ring. If you want, we can wait for it to show up on the HTS.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
As you can see, the loft angle lowers as you get closer, because it doesn't need as much of an arc.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I see the
I'm
two.
seeing the RWI now, so.
It's all. I can also see it on the HTS, but again, it's really like it's with the S plucking me up.
Same. I'll fire.
For you. And Magnum.
Magnum.
Nice. Has it launched?
It has now.
You can see, like, even I'm not using any afterburner now, and I'm at Mach 1.10. Both because we already used all the missiles, and because we're diving. If I used the burner, I could get into the 120s, which is really fast even for a missile, because it has to cover all this range, and only then it needs to be at my speed or above my speed. As soon as the missile drops below your speed, you're practically safe unless you fly straight into it. And I think we got it.
It's destroyed, yeah.
Did any missiles hit you?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I see two of them that got low spot self-destructed.